Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer, that's Maria, that's Emily over there, and we are getting ready to make 20 freezer meals. So Emily and Maria are just gathering all the supplies and we're just sort of setting everything over here. We have most of our meat is thawed. We are going to be doing a combination of some chicken meals as well as beef/venison meals, and these are all going to go into gallon Ziploc bags because these are Crockpot freezer meals. Our intention is to be able to pull one out and let it thaw really as much as it thaws by morning, cut the Ziploc bag off of it, get it into the crock pot, and cook it up for that night's supper. So the first recipe we're putting together are the savory meatballs, and we actually are doing all of these recipes times 4, which means we need 6 pounds of ground meat, but we have a little more. We have like 7 or something like that. We're still just going to times 4 the ingredients. These are so easy. All you need for each 1.5 pounds of meat, which would be like an individual recipe, would be 2/3 cup of evaporated milk, 1 envelope dry onion soup mix, and then the ground beef. I do like to salt and pepper it as well, so we're going to do that. But here's a tip for you. So if you don't have a pouch or an envelope of onion soup mix, just take 2 tablespoons of your dried minced onion and a tablespoon of beef soup base or beef bouillon, powdered bouillon, and that equals 1 envelope. So we need 4 envelopes total for this. So we're going to do 8 tablespoons of minced onion, and we're going to do 4 tablespoons of the beef soup base here. And then I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper, just because, you know, it's nice to have well-seasoned meatballs. All right, so Emily is just working on mixing this up by hand. Yep. That seems to be the best option, right? Yep. So we're going to just form these into fairly small-ish meatballs. We're going to get these baked in the oven and make the sauce. Yeah.
There's a frozen a little bit.
A little bit of a frozen section. That's all right. It looks really good.
It does.
Okay. So one thing I like to do when I am going to be like quadrupling or something these recipes, I like to just write everything out. I know that I have the recipe wherever it went to, right over here, and I could just, you know, do the multiplying right now. But this works really well for shopping for the ingredients as well as on the day of. If I know that I need 2 2/3 cups, I can just do that. I don't have to already like do the math. So anyway, here we go. I am going to be putting the ingredients for the sauce, which is going to be 8 cups of ketchup, 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and a very scant 4 cups of brown sugar. I'm going to go very easy on the brown sugar, just because that's our preference, just to go easy on that. But that is going to be the sauce. I'm going to get all of that mixed up in this bowl. So 8 cups of ketchup, 8 times 8. It's this whole entire thing. To really get all of the ketchup out, I put the 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce in here. I'm just going to shake this around. Hopefully that will get that out. So the whole goal is to just get all of the ketchup and the Worcestershire sauce out of this bottle here.
Do you want both pans going in at the same time?
Oh yeah, what's our temperature?
I didn't look. We just have one tray now. That looks fabulous.
So the next recipe we're putting together is the Philly cheesesteak crock pot recipe. That also is from cookbook number 2. All 3 of the recipes that we're doing are from cookbook number 2. The last 2 recipes you're going to see us do today are brand new from Pinterest. Never made by either of us before, so we can't even give you a review of them at this point. All right, so what I need to do, so I had planned to do 8 pounds of round steak, and that would be like 2 pounds per meal for each of us. So I'm going to start slicing that. So yeah, we have a lot of meat here, but I'm going to start slicing meat, and then we're going to quick brown it before putting it into the Ziploc bags. For the Philly cheesesteaks, we actually set the bags up right away. They're all labeled. That's important. Be sure to label what's going in there and then how long you're going to cook, and any directions, especially if it's a new recipe, any extra directions that you want to have, write it on your bag. Now, we don't have to put a lot on here. We've both made these Philly cheesesteaks before. I mean, we know we need a hoagie roll and we need the cheese, and then we kind of toast it up at the end. But anyway, Emily is just working on cutting the green peppers right as we go along. And then I just brought over the ingredients here, and we're just going to add all the ingredients right to the bag. And since it only needs 2 cups of beef stock, we'll add that liquid to the bag right away. Timer is going off for 1 batch of meatballs. We'll take those out. I'm also just doing a quick fry on all of the Philly cheesesteak meat. It's not 100% necessary. I mean, you probably all know it's not 100% necessary to quick fry your meat before putting it in a crock pot, but it does add some extra flavor, and so that's why I'm doing that. If you don't have time, slice it, put it in the freezer, and just call it good. I just had to share. I just mentioned to Emily in my own little way that I want everything to be done my way. I'm like, when you cut the onions, can you cut it from top to bottom? And what does she say?
Just like onion petals.
I'm like, yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, we were just saying you can get the deep fried onion petals at the fair, and I think we just had those. I just got those at a restaurant somewhere. We ordered and it came as like onion petals. I don't remember where that was. Okay, this is coming along nicely, pretty quick. She's going to be cutting up onions. I'm going to start putting all of the spices in, I think. I just have 1 more batch to quick fry of the meat. All of the meatballs are done, so we're just letting those cool a little bit. Then we're going to get those, we'll let them cool basically, I think, until we finish with the Philly cheesesteak, and then we'll package up these. Then it'll be time for chicken, and hopefully the chicken goes pretty quick and pretty quick.
Juice in the sink like this? Or no?
No.
You want to save
put
it?
In the... Did Dad take out our coffee can?
No, it's over there.
Okay. All right, stuff is shifting in the background. One thing, when you are putting together a lot of freezer meals, if there's a couple of you, like I have Emily here, and Maria's even been doing a little help, it's helpful to do your dishes as you go along. One, you can just kind of keep reusing those same dishes, and not just dirtying every single thing you have. And it just helps at the end of the day to have most of your dishes done. But here we go. The first 4 are finished. We have savory meatballs ready to go. They are labeled, and that is perfect. So this, let me show you what one freezer meal looks like. That is one freezer meal, and that is plenty to serve 4 to 5 people. Probably you could even do 6 people with this. We also have the Philly cheesesteak finished up now, and we decided, so Emily add 2 cups of water. Since we were using the powdered beef bouillon, we decided it would be wiser to just add the water on the day that we decide to make it. It's just going to freeze better, and it's going to thaw better if you don't have that like icy, well, basically just an ice cube. All right, next up here is the marinated Italian chicken. So again, Emily labeled these what they are, 6 hours on low. This is also a great recipe for grilling. We're setting this up as a crock pot recipe where you just basically cut the bag off, pour the whole thing into the crock pot, cook the chicken up. But if you wanted to, you could pull out the individual chicken breasts and then grill them. It's really, really a delicious grilling recipe as well. So we're just mixing everything right into the bag. Once we have it all in here, then we'll just like hand knead it like this to get all the ingredients mixed up. And then we're going to put the chicken breasts in and done. Super fast. I do want to just give you a tip. If you have toddlers, babies, you're all alone and you're trying to do freezer meals, you know what? Just pick one recipe and maybe make it times 4 or 5 or 6. Just whatever's your favorite recipe. You don't need to try to do 5 different recipes or 10 different recipes and do 2 of each. That's just like, that's multiplying your work too much. So pick one recipe, make it 4, 5, 6 times, put it in the freezer, and now you have that. You can bring that out once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, and freezer meals keep. I know you're probably going to see all over the internet, use within 3 months. I've used these way past 3 months, and they've been just fine. So, I mean, that's not an endorsement for waiting that long, but you can. You can do that. All right, so next up, we're just going to put in all these ingredients, and we decided this time that we're going to do smoked paprika instead of regular paprika. That is so funny. They are whispering in the background. The super loud whispers. All right, so you got all the measuring spoons here?
Just a half tablespoon.
Oh my goodness. Get it together, Emily. Get it together.
Well, maybe if you didn't have half tablespoons, I mean, who keeps it in there?
Who keeps that measuring spoon in with their other measuring spoons?
Yeah.
Your mother.
Who even has one? I've never even seen one in my life.
Okay, what am I doing?
I'm on garlic powder.
I'm on red pepper.
Maybe on an Italian seasoning. Yeah, I think this would be yummy then with like a salad, like Caesar salad. Okay.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
So one thing that I did as I was writing up the recipes is I kind of wrote down something that this would be good serving it with. So originally, so the first recipe that we put together, the meatballs, I thought homemade mac and cheese and some sort of vegetable would be a really good combination for that. And then the Philly cheesesteak, just hoagie rolls and provolone cheese. And then, I mean, again, you can serve it with fruit, vegetable, whatever you really want, a salad. This here Italian chicken, I actually thought it would be really good to serve with some sort of veggie. Emily just said with a Caesar salad would be good, which of course I think so. And I also picked up some of these little boxed rice blends. So for us, I picked up the long grain and wild rice. I thought that would be a really good flavor. What do you call that? A flavor palette? I don't know what that's called, but anyway, I thought it would be a really good flavor blend. And I know that Emily likes mushrooms. I have no idea about her family, but I picked up this Knorr mushroom flavor rice side. I thought that would be a good combination to go with this chicken. So anyway, again, it's kind of helpful to have some of these little quick things to go along with it, because the whole reason that you want to have these freezer meals in your freezer, right, is so that, because it's for those nights when you know I need to get this crock pot going earlier in the day. I'm going to be walking in the door at supper time, and I want to put something together that's quick and easy, but yet wholesome for my family and not just takeout, you know, expensive takeout. So it's kind of nice to just have these ready to go, and that's why I picked those up. Okay, well, what it would... All right, well, it's not cooking show with Jennifer and Emily unless there's a few mistakes. So our first mistake is that we just started filling the marinated chicken, Italian chicken, with the chicken breasts, which I had planned to do the chicken thighs with that. Don't ask me why, whatever, that's how it went. So rather than take them out, we're just going with it. So there's our marinated Italian chicken. Like I said already, you can put this in the crock pot on low 6 hours. You can marinate it for a while, pull it out and grill it. It is delicious grilled. So now we're starting on the 2 brand new recipes, and I will link these recipes. I don't remember where I exactly got these from, but I will find them again. And one of them, I sure wish that I had the recipe. I bet it's on my phone. I bet I screenshotted it. So since we only have now 8 chicken breasts left, maybe we want to just combine chicken breast and chicken thighs and just count up every piece we have and just divide it in half and then make half of the one recipe, half of the other recipe.
I don't think it would honestly matter.
I don't think it's going to honestly matter either. So I have 2 different recipes. This one is called chicken with, I think it's called something like chicken with broccoli and potatoes. And then this one was called honey garlic chicken. So we're going to do a little math here, a little county, and then we will be back. So the next recipe is Crockpot honey garlic chicken. We're only doing 2 bags of that, one for Emily, one for me, just because, you know, when you do a Walmart pickup and, you know, you're kind of thinking how many chicken breasts might be in a package, well, it's just different than, it ends up different than what you think it's going to be. So only 2 bags rather than the 4. And for this recipe, brand new to us, we have 1½ teaspoons of minced garlic, a teaspoon of basil, a ½ cup of soy sauce. Now we're doing a ½ cup of ketchup. There's going to be 1/3 cup of honey, and then frozen carrots. We're just going to put 1 bag of carrots right in there just to make it easy.
Oh my goodness.
I know, sometimes those things. All right, I'm going to go put this stuff back over that we don't need. And then is the Sharpie?
It's right over here.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 1 and 2. Alright, I'm gonna go for that. So, there we go. Chicken, carrots, dressing, all those are done.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just didn't want to get a new one if there wasn't.
So I'm kind of kneading these a little bit just to make sure that the honey kind of mixes all around the chicken, so it's, you know, marinating as it's freezing, I guess.
What is it? Is the fruit good? Yeah. Is that yummy?
Oh, broccoli, yummy. So this last recipe, excuse the barking dog. Aska, quiet. Is the cheesy chicken, potato, and broccoli slow cooker meal. So this one's a little bit more tedious because there's a lot more chopping. Emily was just chopping green peppers and I did the fresh parsley, but I did go the easy route with the broccoli and just bought the frozen broccoli. So I'm still cutting up red potatoes here, slicing them thin, and then we just need to put in paprika, cream of chicken soup, Worcestershire sauce, and that's it. Oh, Emily's also going to cube up the Velveeta cheese.
Can you give it to her? Maria, do you see these little baggies here on the table right in front of Colt? Mm-hmm. Would you open them up and hold one? And I'm going to drop in this cheese.
Yeah, because how much goes in it?
This.
Oh, that's not very much at all.
What do you think? I don't know.
I don't know. I've never made it. I feel like this recipe is
A lot of stuff that I don't know.
I mean, it could go 50-50. This recipe is 50-50 in my book. Yeah. I have no idea. I just was like, you know, we got to try something a little different. Dad's
let's leave the cheese how it is. Let's just cook it how it's meant to be made.
So this recipe, we're both kind of saying this is 50-50. Is it going to be good? Is it not going to be good? We don't really know, but I just thought it would be worth a try. I'm a little unsure about freezing the raw potatoes. It just said 1 pound of red potatoes sliced thin. So yeah, I'm eager to try this recipe after it comes out of the freezer. I definitely want to freeze this down for a week, but this is going to be the first one that I will try, and I will share with you guys what we think of it. Here's the cheese, and we're just going to put the Ziploc bag of cheese in here because you're not supposed to put this in right away. You're supposed to put it in the last 5 minutes of cooking time. So yeah, there's that. And for this recipe, we decided we thought it would be best to mix everything first and then pour it over. Should we mix one batch? Should we mix one batch at a time, do you think? Or should we mix all of it?
No, I think we should mix one batch at a time.
One batch at a time. So 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and 1 teaspoon of paprika. So it's lunchtime in the background. There's a lot going on. Warren is grilling a whole variety of meat for everybody. Peter has a friend over. You guys have seen Colt Maisley running around, so there's a lot. Anyway, this is it. As soon as Emily scrapes this, these will all be done. We've got cleanup and all of that. This is an enormous meal. Yeah. This is enormous. There are 7 chicken thighs in each one. Like I said, I'm very eager to try this one. Alrighty, you guys, this went so smoothly. We started at 9 o'clock, and we had to get some things ready. So it wasn't like we started immediately with the food stuff at 9. We kind of had to I had to find my tote and just different things. And at 1 o'clock, we were done. And so let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we ended up with 9 for each of us. If we would have had enough chicken, we would have ended up with 10 because we would have done, we would have each gone home with 2 of the honey garlic rather than just 1. But 18 freezer meals we put together in 4 hours, and we had distractions, just distraction after distraction, but only 4 hours, and we got all of them done. And so this is it. These little tubs are great for just transferring everything around. I put mine in the freezer downstairs, not in a big bunch like this. I took them out and laid them out so that they could freeze down properly. But Emily, we're just putting hers in here quick just to keep them chilled until she gets home. And we're just going to get things cleaned up. So we're just going to get this table washed down, just put everything away. It's not going to take us too long, I don't think. We have this going on over here we need to take care of. Looks like lunch went over well. There's not a single piece of meat left. And just get some dishes done. We were keeping up on it well. You know, I said before, I was like, oh, keep going with your dishes, you know. Well, then all of a sudden, Warren was in here making lunch, and we were trying to do freezer meals, and, you know, things changed up a little. Things weren't going quite as, I shouldn't say smoothly, everything was going smoothly, but it just wasn't quite as efficient as we had been. Oh, and there's a fly flying around. Nice. Nice. All right, well, let's get this cleaned up. This video is just the freezer meal prep and everything. Stay tuned, because in my upcoming videos, like when I do meals of the week or something like that, I will be showing you the meals, how I prep them, and you know how they turn out, and especially the 2 new recipes, the honey garlic chicken as well as the cheesy chicken potato broccoli meal. we'll let you know how that all goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to put a couple more freezer meal recipes because we've done this multiple times. Like, I don't know. We've done this. Is this our third or fourth time? Maybe even 4 or 5. I don't know. But anyway, there's going to be a couple more. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day. Bye.